We've been talking about Kiyan Anthony a ton lately, and for good reason, Carter, because he is once again putting on a show at the NBPA Top 100 camp. Every single day of this camp, we would get Kiyan Anthony footage, and every single second of the footage, Kiyan Anthony is doing what Kiyan Anthony does. He's getting buckets. He's getting tough buckets. He's getting easy buckets. He's scoring at will. Just some highlights from the last couple of days. Day one, he dropped 42 points in a game and then took a picture holding a piece of loose leaf that says 42 on it.
Hey, make sure you mention how many shots he took in that game because that's what I like the most.
That was a different game, wasn't it? Or
Oh, it
was that the
was?
same one?
I thought it was the
Uh,
same one.
Let me make sure. No, that was a different one. He had 42 points game one. Day two, he puts up 35 points on 39 shots. He goes
My
15 for
king.
39 from the floor. There are good players on this team with him, by the way. He's just put up 39 of his team shots. Yeah, the most important thing to me though, not it's the scoring's fun. His team was winning these games. You go through he averaged 29 and a half points a game, 53% from the floor on the final day, and they were 2-0. So like I, I just think this kid's an alpha. I know we've done the whole like it's Carmelo's kid. Where's he's going to go? Indiana's been trending for him. Syracuse obviously has a shot. Dusty May was courtside for some of this. I think some other blue bloods are going to get involved. But I just want this on record right now. Kiyan Anthony is going to be a college superstar. I think this kid is legitimate. I think if this was not Carmelo Anthony's kid, he would still be one of the very best players in this class. And man, he has all the instincts, the scoring, footwork stuff. You can see he's worked with his dad, but this has reached a point. It's way, way, way ahead of all the Bronny James stuff. This kid's a star, and he's showing out at all these events.
Yeah, we have an official banana boat child stance. Kyan's the one. They wanted Zaire Wade to be the one. They wanted Bronny and Bryce to be the one. Kyan's actually the one. His offensive repertoire is it's not surprising because his dad is Carmelo, but at the same time, like the way he gets buckets and the variety he gets it, he could shoot the pull up, he could knock down the mid range jumper, he gets to the hoop. He's like he's still growing. His athleticism is getting there as well. Like it's crazy because I remember watching Kiyan like last summer or like towards the start of last summer, and he had like a little rim grazer package. He had a couple dunks here and there, like breakaway two handers. Now he's like driving the lane and rising up over people. Like I think you were making a fair assessment. You project that once he gets to the college level, like Kiyan Anthony's going to be a star at the college basketball level, and he's going to be one of the top scorers in the country, I think, wherever he goes.
Yeah, he's a super duper star. And I know we like made the joke. You love the 39 shot attempts. Let's just be clear, because that sounded like he was chucking and he was inefficient. Here's his three games, his last three at the NBPA camp. 15 for 28 from the floor, 42 points. That's 53%. 15 for 39, 37 points. That's 38%. Not great. 12 for 19 from the floor for 34 points, 63%. You add it up together, he averaged 37 points a game on 49% from the floor in these three games. That's absurd. It's absurd. Nobody else at this event is doing that. There's a bunch of stars here. We've done video breakdowns on a lot of them this week. Kiyan Anthony's been by far the best scorer at the event. I think he's been the best scorer pretty much everywhere he stepped foot in for about a year now. And teams would be wise because, look, I think there's an assumption from teams that maybe this isn't a winnable recruitment because of who his dad is and where things are going. The reality is his visits have been to Florida State and Syracuse, and Indiana's trending. That's a winnable list for a lot of coaches, Cart. Like, if I'm Bill Self, I'm making a play here. If I'm Mark Pope, I'm making a play here. I think Dusty May is making a play here, and I think it's one he might actually be able to weasel his way into. Am I wrong on that?
No, not at all. And honestly, I think good on like the school, others like Indiana and things like that for getting in right now, maybe trying to get ahead of it. But like, if I, if I'm Hubert Davis, I'm making the call. If I'm Shire, I'm making the call. Like Coach Cal, I'm making the call. Like this is one of the best scorers that's going to come out of the high school level in this class. You go get him. There's three players off the top of my head that when I watched the NBPA like footage and things like that that stuck out. It was Sanak, who we did a video on the other day. it was Kiyan Anthony, and then Darius Adams. Like those were the three guys that I was like, these guys are they stuck out to me. But Kiyan Anthony and Sinek, I think, were above the rest. I just don't know how you watch any of this kid's footage and you're just like, this dude's not going to be a dynamic, electric scorer at the college basketball level.
Yeah. I just want it on record. This is my favorite player in the entire class.
Would he be your favorite if his name wasn't Kiyan?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a great name.
Yeah. Also, Carmelo Anthony was my favorite player of all time. So it's tough for me. It really is. The NBA draft is coming up, and I've got something awesome for you. We are partnering with the people at NBA 2K Lab. NBA 2K is the best video game on earth. The people at 2K Lab are making some awesome stuff to make that game even more fun, and they just launched their 2024 NBA Draft Simulator, where you can find the official Sleepers Media big board. We ranked our top 75 players in this draft class. Me, Carter, Brian Ralph, Riley Davis. We did it together, and it is featured on the 2K Lab NBA Draft Simulator. You can take control of any team in the draft, play GM with just one click, and see our entire rankings before these videos even come out. Check out the link in the description of this video to try out the draft sim for yourself, and you can find more mini games at nba2klab.com/NBA-mini-games.